Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So we're finally back from vacation, and we're back to our regular schedule as far as episodes are concerned. Just as a reminder, don't forget that the end of July will be our next Tobacco Tasters episode. It's going to be on the Country Squire's Tidewater. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, Tidewater. So order yours now from the Country Squire, and you'll be ready to go at the end of July. But today we are doing a new release from Sutliff Tobacco Company. This is their number 2 episode in their Pipe Force, and it is called Sergeant Kimball.
Yeah.
From Sutliff, the description that they have is a mellow, sweet mixture of bright red and stoved Virginias offer the exceptional base for smoky Latakia, floral Kentucky, spice of stoved Catarini, and the ambrosial berry and spice of Catarini Perique. So they added some Perique Catarini in there as well.
Yep.
The result is a harmony of flavor in perfect balance. I checked today online, and Smoking Pipes was actually sold out of this one, but they did have some on Cup of Joe's and Tobacco Pipes, which is the Sutliff online stores. So you can still get it there. This was developed by Per Jensen. It is considered to be in English. It has Kentucky, Latakia, Oriental Turkishes, and Virginia. There are no flavorings added. It's in a beautiful crumble cake. Comes in 50-gram tins. And like I said, you can get it right now at Tobacco Pipes and at Cup of Joe's. Probably some other online sources too. When I saw those, I just said, okay, it's still available.
It's there,
Strength on this one is moderate. Flavoring, there's none. Taste on this is medium. So we'll go ahead and get started with talking about this one. The interesting thing about this one is the combination for me of the Catarinis.
Yeah, because it's got both types. It's got the stoved and the Perique.
And it makes it taste a little bit different than a normal English blend. But we'll get there when we talk about it. Let's talk about the tin note. Why don't you open that up and see what you're getting?
Okay. I mean, their crumble cake is so good. Just the way that they do it, I smell those red Virginias coming through every time. They do such a good process of like pressing all of it together, and those smells work so much. The first one I get is those stoved red Virginias, and then that stoved Catarini that they were pushing through. The Latakia seems to be more of a back note on the tin note. The very sweet smells coming forward. Grassy sweet smells to me.
You know, as an English smoker myself, I always pick up on the Latakia. That always seems to be the first thing that I get.
Yeah.
But there's a sour, tangy note that's coming through there from those Virginias that is stronger in this blend than it would be in a normal English blend. And I like that. It's a little different.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of a grassiness, a smokiness.
Yeah, the smokiness isn't overpowering.
Yeah, there's a nice... I just love that tangy. It tickles my nose.
Yeah. It's so pleasant.
Are you getting any kind... I get a little bit of a floral hint, but I also get a fruit hint.
That's what I'm saying. Those sweet flavors are coming through to me on the front of the nose way more than I am getting those dark, smoky notes from the Latakia or even some of the peppery bits from the Perique or anything. It's all coming through very berry-like to me. It's got a nice floral sweet scent to it.
I like the tin note on this. It's not your typical English, and to me, with that scent of kind of a raspberry,
something.
It's kind of reminds you of a summer.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly where I was.
So the timing on this release is
perfect.
Pretty good, yeah. All right, well, let's talk about the taste. What are you getting on the taste on this?
So, this is when the Latakia adds its fullness to the blend. I get a very full mouthfeel on the smoke on this. It's almost more like some of the sweetness I was smelling is dissipating on the flavor. I still get it. There's a nice little sweetness that's playing, but it's mostly those good Catarinis, the stoved Catarinis, and that Latakia that's coming through once again. Like it kind of was for some of the other things in this Pipe Force series. You know, their Latakia and their Catarini blend mixture that they're going with together on this. On the taste is more forward to me. The Virginias are like nuances in there.
This is where this is where I feel like it's becoming truer to the English blend. That you get those English blend qualities, like the little bit of the tartness and sourness from the Catarinis, the smokiness and the incense kind of flavors from the Latakia.
Yeah.
It's a cool smoke. I like the fact that it's a cool smoke. The Virginias are there, but they're not real strong.
Yeah, they're not. They're there, but they're not really making an impact. They're adding flavor to the blend. I can see that they're wanting.
I think
more
the
of a
Virginias are where
smokiness.
we're getting some of those citrus tastes.
Might be,
you know,
yeah.
the maybe some lemony kind of taste in there. Also with that berry, I really think the berry's coming from the Catarini though. I really do. There's a nice little sweetness behind that smokiness.
Very much behind it.
Yeah. You know, we haven't talked about the Kentucky that's in this. And I've been smoking a lot of dark fired stuff in the last couple of weeks. And the Kentucky, to me, in this one, just plays a really mild, soft role in it. It's not overpowering.
But maybe that's where we're getting our floral scent smells from. Because I will say, like, when we get to the room note, that's when I really feel it hits another whole level of enjoyment with this blend to me.
Yeah. Boy, it's rich. It's got a really nice creamy mouthfeel. Yeah. Yeah, there's a nice little fruitiness in this that is really different than what I've had before.
Yeah. But not like aromatic, overpowering sweet. More just like naturally added flavors, kind of fruitiness that just like are supplements. They just add to the creaminess of this smoke.
The moisture content on this is a little bit moist, but that's typical of Sutliff crumble cakes. And I'm afraid that if you were to dry it out too much, you'd lose some of those flavors in there that you like, especially those fruity citrus flavors.
Yep.
So I'm not sure that you really need to dry it out. Yeah. What do you think about the nicotine?
Yeah, it's par for the course. This is about a mild to medium to me on the nicotine. It'll scratch the itch, but it's not. I mean, you can keep going for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not strong at all. And a lot of Kia's blends are not known for their nicotine content. It's a nice, cool, relaxing smoke. Yeah. What about the room note?
This is where I think this blend shines. It smells better than it tastes to me. So like when I do the exhale, I'm getting a second sense of enjoyment because those florals, those sweetness, those berries are coming through much stronger than in the smoke, in the taste. And man, it smells so good that's why I keep drawing it. I keep going because as I exhale, I go, oh yeah, and then keep smoking.
Yeah, this has got a really nice room note that you can tell it's a Latakia blend, but it's not just overpowering with that Latakia scent, and some of those berry flavors scents do come out and kind of play with your
they do.
Yeah, with your nose a little bit. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. I like that part about it because so it would be the one English blend that I would say it almost makes it seem like it's an English aromatic, but it's not.
Yeah, not really. Yeah.
It smells like one. And then you keep smoking it and you go, oh no, but this is a comforting, relaxing smoke. And then you smell it again and you're like, it's kind of sweet in here. It's kind of peppy.
Yeah, I dig this one. This is one of the favorites that I had in the 6. This one. I can't remember, but I think next one the last one that they're putting out was my favorite one.
Mine too.
When we went to the tasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, this one it smokes nice and cool. It doesn't burn fast. It's not harsh. It's not bitter. There's a little bit of moisture left in the bowl. For me, this is an all-day smoke. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't like a lot of Kia blends, I would say no.
Yeah,
but,
don't do it. Yeah.
But this, I could easily smoke all day long.
Yeah, I think so too. This is one of those easier all-day English smokes. If you're an English smoker. If you're not, this is a very pleasant transition.
Once you get it lit, it burns pretty consistently. The flavor is pretty consistent all the way through as well.
Not a lot of dawdle either.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and it's burning. It's it's slow, but it's burning well once you get it going. There's not much I can say about this blend that's bad. I mean, I really do like it. I know that when we went to Sutliff a year ago for the intro of this blend, this I can remember this one and number 3 standing out in my mind.
Yeah. These were really good selections that they made.
So did you hear that McBaron, who owns Sutliff,
Yes.
was bought out by Scandinavian Tobacco Group?
Really?
Yeah. So now it's just all these huge tobacco companies, man. They're just owning everything,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was bought out by STG, which is interesting. Would be interested to see how that develops with all
How
the
that
Sutliff
changes,
and the McBaron stuff for that matter.
Well, I mean, all the other people who source some of their stuff from Sutliff or McBaron for their blends, and like Seattle Pipe Club, they
If sometimes when these mergers happen, it's the people who do it are smart enough to know that they just don't screw with it. They leave it alone, let them manage like they have been.
Yep.
And use the same materials and same processes so that they keep that consistency of people coming back to the blends that they like. Hopefully that's another thing with STG. So I've been thinking about something, Nathan, and I wanted to share this with you. And I don't know how you guys feel about this, and I would be very, very interested to hear your thoughts about this. But, I went to North Carolina to visit your grandpa, my dad. And on the way there, I wanted to call Cornell and Deal and see if I could schedule, because they're like 30 minutes from
away from Grandpa,
where Grandpa lives. And I wanted to see if I could schedule a tour of their manufacturing plants. And so I went straight to the boss. I went to Jeremy Reeves, called him, and he was like, yeah, we could probably do something. Let me check my schedule and I'll call you back. And I told him, I said, okay, well, I'll be there for the entire week. So I'm at your mercy, whenever you can do it.
Yeah.
Is when I can do it. And he never called me back.
He didn't?
He never called me back. This is the 3rd time that I've set up something
with him,
with Jeremy, and have not
been able to?
Not been able to. Not received any kind of feedback at all. He didn't even call me back or text me.
Interesting.
And I was kind of wondering, what, I don't know how to take that. I don't know if that's, one time, okay, that's a mistake. 3 times?
Well, he's busy. Maybe we just need to be a little more present. I mean, we do a lot of stuff with Sutliff, though, too, so maybe that's part of it.
Well, that's because Sutliff helps us out.
Yeah.
And I've asked C&D to put us on their list twice. That's the other 2 times that and with no response back from them at all. So I don't know what to think of that. Here's the other thing. So I went to their brick and mortar, which is Low Country.
I saw the pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a nice little brick and mortar. It's very clean. Has a lot of different tobaccos and pipes and things like that to choose from. And the folks that work there are very nice. So I want to make sure that we got that. And so I asked one of the guys there were two guys working, and I asked one of the guys there, hey, can I sit down with you and do an interview with you? Just tell me a little bit about the store. You know, that's all I ask. And your association with smoking pipes in the Laodicea industry. And he was like, well, let me call and see what I can do.
What we need to do, yeah.
Yeah. So he calls corporate, which is like 5 miles down the road from them. Okay. He calls corporate, and he gets back to me and says, well, they prefer that you set up an appointment to come do that. And I was like, okay, well, is there anything that we can talk about that I can put out there for all of our viewers on our pipe channel? And he was like, no, let me give you the number of the guy. He said, call him and make an appointment.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my thing. If I was to go into Pipe World tomorrow and sat down with Cale Bean and said, Cale, can you do an episode with me? Cale would stop what he's doing.
Yeah, and do it.
And sit down and talk with us.
Yeah.
Because that's what pipe guys do. You know, they help each other out. They take care of each other. They enjoy the interaction and the camaraderie.
Yeah.
You know.
It's part of the community.
I just felt like I was so corporatized.
Well, they also have their own blog center. Laodicea has their whole blog site, you know, on smoking pipes. And so they have their own crew of journalists and things like that. That is one thing that's different from them that I don't think a lot of other guys have guys that will write about their stuff and stuff like that. But it's mostly guys like us that do that. It could be something just as simple as that, like the people that they have working for them.
Yeah, it was
they have like
it was just a bad experience as far as what I interpreted the pipe community to be like.
I will say every interaction I've had with C&D has been more corporatized.
Business.
Stopped at the door kind of thing, and you know, make an appointment, get something set up, do this here, sign here.
Well, don't get me wrong. Smoking Pipes is a great online presence. Laodicea does a great job with all the things that they do,
and they make a lot of good tobaccos too.
But you can get so, I hate to say it this way, so big for your britches that you forget about
where you started,
who you're catering to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I'd like to hear from you guys. Am I overreacting? Is Nathan right? Is he, hey, I should have planned this out a little bit better,
more along the lines of giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not necessarily stating that they're in the right. I just do think that maybe now isn't the right time. Maybe there's something bigger that they're doing that nobody knows about, and they're just too busy to focus on it.
Possibly. I don't know all the ins and outs.
That's true. Yeah, they could be merging.
But I tell you what, the video I posted last week on that 1233 distillery, they went out of their way to make sure that I had a good time and that I got to see their They brought out.
We had some good. You had some good stuff too.
No lie, they brought out at least 9 or 10 different alcohols for all of us to try
and have fun with. Yeah,
I was like, that's amazing. Plus, they gave us a free cocktail.
Yeah,
and I had a smoking old fashioned.
Yeah,
which with one of their rye whiskeys that they had. So man, it was great. It was really great. So. It just shows you the difference between a small batch kind of feel as opposed to a big corporate feel,
a family business.
Yeah.
And you got to know, Sutliff, they're still, there are families that are working in that business that have been working together in that business for a while too. So they're the same way.
Sutliff is a pretty big organization as well.
But they're still got families doing that kind of stuff too, and they're great guys too. So I will say C&D's a little different to me. That I don't think there's a lot of people that
I'm not trying to bash anyone. I really am not. I just wish I would have at least gotten a text to say, "Hey, I can't do it this week. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
some response, something, because our whole week was put on hold, waiting for
a response.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, well, we'd like to hear what you guys think.
Yes, please.
Because I may be overreacting. I don't know.
Well, and maybe I'm underreacting. Maybe a lot of guys have had these kind of instances. And
Or maybe they're not used to people asking for that.
yeah, it could be new for them.
I don't know.
They don't know how to react.
I don't know. It just hurt my feelings, I guess. But I'm a big guy. I'll get over it. All right, guys. Well, hey, this is a winner.
Yeah, it is.
If you like English blends, this is really, really tasty.
This is a winner.
You're going to enjoy this one. I would suggest that you go out, because if Laudisi, if Smoking Pipes is out, the others are going to run out
Very soon, yeah.
fairly quickly too. So anyway, go out and get you some. All right, guys. Well, that's all we've got for this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget,
make all your piping moments count.
We really do appreciate you. Take care and have a great week. Bye-bye.
See you guys.